Yo, what's up guys? Nathan or Feeds here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys through a full Elite Four rerun using the Wild Taste team that I recently made a video on. It's the team I recommend people to use right now, and I saw a few comments just over my past few videos talking about wanting to actually see a full run of the different strategies that I talk about. So today I'm doing that. No cuts on today's video, so I hope it goes smooth. Before starting a run, you always want to make sure you have like revives, potions mainly, but also like a charm. The amount of times I've entered a run, like just this little, like just entered a run right here and realized I didn't have a charm. Very annoying, but I already checked, I have everything, so we're just going to start the run. On the right side of my screen, if you are unfamiliar, if you're questioning anything you're seeing, I recommend watching that original video, just to not suck myself out. I'm gonna make Metagross the follower, and we're gonna start the run. So, I always start with Unova, but I don't know if it matters too much. So, basically we see she's starting with Gengar. Click Gengar over here on Pokeking. And it says Nail to see skill. Nail means Stealth Rock. So we Stealth Rock, we see Thunderbolt, Excadrill 4+2. So we immediately switch in. I'm gonna fix my chat here so I don't click on it. This is my first time using like this layout, so I'll probably have team chat covered, but I just switched there, so there you go. So Excadrill 4+2, we switch into Excadrill. Thunderbolt obviously doesn't affect Excadrill. 4+2 means 4 attack, 2 speed. So to get to 4 attack, we Swords Dance twice. So Swords Dance once. You can hover over the name to see the attack +2. Gonna do it again, and then X speed for the +2. In terms of like, if you don't know what move to use, like for example with, like a lot of the time there's going to be Pokemon with Focus Sashes, for example, and that makes it so you need to use like Icicle Spear or Beat Up on Scrafty a lot of the time. You can click the Check All Teams button here, or there might be a little arrow, or a Check Team button, sorry, on the right side here, where my can you see my mouse? Let me make it so you can see my mouse on. Oh, there it is. So right here on the right side, there you go. So we click check all teams. At the bottom, all the different Pokemon will show up. So it'll say if it has like a sash. There will be this little survive symbol above the Pokemon if it has like a sash, but we have rocks up, so not usually something you need to worry about with rocks. Next champion here at the bottom right. I'm actually gonna end the recording here, make sure everything sounds good, everything's working right, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I just turned my mic up a tiny bit. When I first started making a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of people were complaining about the audio. But for me, the audio has always been good. Like, I have my PC audio at 70%, anywhere from like 50 to 75%. So like, I mean, I don't know, but hopefully it's all good. I forgot to heal my Metagross. That's not good. I'm already not showing you guys a great run because I forgot. It's my first time trying like a full run like this on camera, so recording rather. So we see Miss Magius. It says to trick. switch into Bisharp, so look for wherever it says Bisharp here. So switch to Chandelure to see skill as in what move. So you see these little numbers right here on the solve, 1 Night Slash, 2 Low Kick. So we use Low Kick, so we're gonna click fire to kill it as it says. And then we're gonna be facing Salamence. See. Switch Excadrill, switch Chandelure Trick. And we trick. It's gonna use Earthquake, and we're gonna switch to Cloyster to set up. So Cloyster 4, as I mentioned before, just means +4. Each Shell Smash is +2. So you just want to Shell Smash twice to get to +4. I don't know which Pokemon has a Sash or the potential of having one and which one doesn't, so I'm going to click the check team button here now that we're at +4. We can see that Absol has a Sash. So it's the only Pokemon that we need to use Icicle Spear into. A lot of the time you are just clicking like, you are clicking just what's super effective, so it's kind of easy, but something to note is that you're pretty much always using Hidden Power into water types. You use Surf. Your special attack is slightly higher than your attack because you're Rash. And also, we got Intimidated. That's going to put our attack +3, our special attack +4. You do use Surf a lot of the time into just like neutral Pokemon. Into things like Metagross, Bisharp, unless Bisharp is sashed. It's just something you figure out over time. You can't expect a great run on your first run or your first 3 runs. You definitely got to get used to these teams, and you notice patterns over time. You'll make a lot of mistakes and notice that. You can't just expect the best result on the first run. The same way I forgot to heal Metagross. I mean, you know, stuff like that. Just little things like that. So we're on to Caitlyn next. And you can sort of take your time here on... We don't have a charm up, so... This is where I'm really gonna like try and explain as much as I can, because when I'm time gated, that's when I may just like stop talking in the middle of an explanation. But my low tick trick, it'll always have the first move like on the image. Sometimes hard to see, but just a trick. We get Bronzong. An easier solve here. Just immediately go into Excadrill. Health Rock. And we sweep. Very, very simple. Onto Marshal now. Magnezone. Trick. We get a Pitaya Berry. So we're going to go into Excadrill, set up rocks, 6+2. Okay, the +2 is an X defend, so if it just is +2, generally means speed. Obviously in this case it specifies, it means an X defend. Apologies if you can hear my dog in the background. My parents just left, so she's gonna be barking for quite a while. Something that I don't really see a lot of people talking about is the fact that on Excadrill specifically, you might run out of Earthquake PP, and you always want to keep some Lepa Berries, or I guess if you still have like some Ethers or whatever, you always want to keep some in case, specifically with like Excadrill Earthquake. There's probably a lot of times where I could be using Iron Head, and that's why I always run into these situations, but I like to just Earthquake everything I can, because it does a bit more damage. Not that it's necessary sometimes, but makes sense to me. Alright, we're on to the champion now. Hopefully this is not where the video or run takes a dive, but Alder is probably one of the most simple champions, just on average, but let's see. Got the charm ready. Let's go. Starts off with Feraligatr. Looks like easy solves all around. Nice little Cloyster. As you can see here, it specifies to use Ice to kill Lucario. Normally you're clicking Surf into Lucario, but a lot of the time he does have a Sash, like here. Of course, utilize Control Z as much as you can if you're clicking the same move you clicked the turn before. In my head, what I'm sort of thinking is like, I'm clicking Icicle Spear into Dragonite anyways, so it's only Lucario. I need to like think really about what move I'm clicking. You can go over here, click on region select when you're going to another region. If you're unfamiliar with the sign out trick, or trick, I mean, probably not intended. Log out, log back in, press no. After 2 times on every region except for Sinnoh is 3 times. You skip those animations. Some regions heal you after you beat the Elite Four, like Unova is the only one. Some other regions you can talk to your mom. But Johto, for example, your mom doesn't heal you and you don't get healed after beating the Elite Four. So after Johto, you need to heal at the Kanto PC. I usually go Kanto next after Johto, so. Lipard. This solve has like a note basically under the main line in case they switch to Slowbro. Generally speaking, it's like a extremely low chance, but it does happen. I do a lot of the time forget to stealth rock last. When you stealth rock first, it's like hard to forget. When it's last, I sometimes just skip over it, and then when the solve fails, I'm like questioning why, and then I realize eventually that I forgot to stealth rock. With Excadrill, I feel like the solve, or like what move to click, it's generally very easy. It's when it comes to the your other sweepers that you may need to focus a bit more, for me at least. Trick on Crobat, Heat Wave. We need to see what item we get. Life Orb. So we know. Alright. So now I need to click on this arrow here on Pokeking. It goes into. Alright. Flash Fire fail because it switched. It's Stunfisk. We trick the Stunfisk into probably Earthquake, Earth Power. We go into Cloyster. Spell Smash 3 times. Ice Kill Sharpedo. So Sharpedo's the only Pokemon where we need to click Icicle Spear. Scizor, another Pokemon where you're cooking Surf, unless otherwise. I personally find Johto, I think, it's possible that it's the longest region. From my own, like, personal experience, it seems to be. There's a chance it could be the longest. Oh, I forgot to heal bad. That was bad, dude. Thankfully, we get the Darmanitan solve, where it's very simple, as you can see. We're using our Trick Chandelure to sweep. Really fun whenever you get these kind of solves with Chandelure. You're scarfed, you just click the same move, no worries, you just kind of let it happen. I really hope I don't make a bad mistake, an even worse mistake, later into the run. These are not mistakes I normally make, but while recording, I'm trying to focus on talking as well. It happens. I guess it's better to practice this way before I boot up a live stream, and it goes very poorly. Remember to heal. That's cool. I am on very good pace right now. Sometimes I get really unlucky. I end up finishing Johto at like 40 minutes, which is not good. That is about the same as Reckless, which this team is way faster than Reckless for the most part. Because obviously, like some solves, you don't need to trick 3 times. You eventually get like a lock. So over time you sort of know when you're fast, know when you're going slow. Very simple solve here. Ice kill Houndoom. Sometimes you get this where Pokeking just doesn't want to load. I'm gonna go ahead and... Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and log out whenever that happens. And just wait. I also saw a lot of people commenting that they were having trouble accessing Pokeking. I recently had Malwarebytes installed, and it just blocked access to so many websites, so I guess check that if you have any sort of antivirus. Number 2 would be try a different browser. I don't really know. I don't know what to say. Racing for alligator. We continue to set fire. I've never gotten this solved before. For alligator first move, Chandelier gets killed. Send out Metagross trick. It goes into Steelix Metagross. Yes. So we're gonna go into Cloister. This strategy does use a lot of solves that involve sacrificing the Pokemon that's out. So you save a turn. If the Pokemon doesn't die, then you need to switch and wait for them to use a move. So you do need revives. Obviously we're on the champion here, so. Okay. Let me try and read this. Pretty much everything I was already going to click Icicle Spear into is what we need to click it into. Dragonite, Steelix, Haxorus. I'm pretty sure Steelix always has Sturdy, and he's never gonna die unless you get like 2 crits in the Icicle Spear. So you don't need to worry too much about what you click into Steelix. We're on really good pace right now. This is probably my best pace so far, I think. And we are going into Kanto next, as I mentioned before. We need to heal at the PC once we get to the Kanto Elite Four. Alternatively, I'm not sure if healing by like switching and going like in the PC and switching Pokemon is faster in Olivine right there. Not sure. I don't think so. Could be. Starting Kanto at 44 minutes. Nidoqueen. Love seeing Nidoqueen, Nidoking. Bruno time. Just under 42 minutes. Electros. Very nice. Chances are the reason we used an X special was for either Blastoise or Metagross. I don't know exactly. Agatha, Muck, Trick. Let's hope he just goes into Seismitoad for an easy solve. Okay. Against Gengar, you're gonna click Surf. There may be a situation where you don't, but most of the time you would have to click Icicle Spear if you got Cursed Bodied into Rotom. That is true. Also, another note is that, let's say I Icicle Spear, I have to Icicle Spear Rotom, and it doesn't die, and then Cloyster dies. A lot of the time you do have enough resources to win, but this team does make it a bit hard. Like, if you make a mistake to where, like, your setup dies, it is a little bit harder than, like, Reckless, for example. I also think you can skip that walking animation, but I'm not familiar how to. I tried to once, and my game sort of just froze when I logged back in. So I don't really know exactly how skipping that works. Fire Punch leftovers is normally what you get. At this point, anyone could remember this solve, the amount of times you get it. So, we haven't gotten a single Scrafty solve yet, and that's actually a good thing. A lot of Scrafty solves involve getting hit by a Dark-type move, like Dark Pulse, Crunch, and he only takes like 10 to 15%, so it's like very easy to set up. But waiting that time, like we need to wait for this Stone Edge, it adds up. And Scrafty solves can just kill the run, like if you get too many. It could prevent you from hitting 5e4 even if you are at max efficiency or if you're at max speed. Like, I don't know how to word it, but it does suck when you get a ton of Scrafty solves because you also need to wait for Moxie and Drain Punch healing. So that can add up pretty fast. So the fact we haven't gotten one is pretty fire in almost 3 regions. So. Did I just like use 1 potion instead of max? Like, what did I just... damn, my bad. Alright. Alakazam. Some solves, funny enough, a lot of the time on the champion will have options. Generally, it's not steady versus RNG. Normally it's like if you want to save money, you can, let's say, rocks and then switch to Cloyster instead of X speeding on Excadrill. Yeah, generally that's the case, but I'm not sure why you would want to go with the RNG potentially, like, doesn't work. I don't know. Whatever, dude, whatever. Still on really good pace. Normally I'm finishing around like 26 to 30 minutes. Closer to like 26, 27 usually. It looks like we're gonna finish around like 29, so a couple minutes ahead for sure. If we could get Morimoto as well, along with 5e4, that'd be my best run so far, and that would be fire. I think we need to get a bit luckier though. Even though I'm already getting really lucky, I think I need to get a bit luckier for that. Talk to mom. We killed the Gyarados. Let's see our solve. Switch handler trick. Dusk Nor. Into the second one. This is a very common solve. And it says all ice kill. We love that. Gonna hold Control Z on Icicle Spear. My game lagged a bit right there, not sure if noticeable, but Wall Rain, okay. Holy shit. I've not gotten this solved before. Earthquake. So it says run to Walrein or Dugong. We go into Poliwrath. Chances are the Walrein's gonna now use Ice Beam, so I guess there's a chance we do get frozen. It looks like not. Looks like this is not one of those solves, but there is some times where they will switch from the Pokemon you've tricked, and you think that you fucked up somewhere, but in reality it's just gonna like Ice Beam and do like 15%, so... Is Glalie Levitate? I'm gonna click Close Combat into Glalie, because I have a strong feeling I could not click... Oh. I had a feeling I couldn't click Earthquake there, but it looks like I could have. So something I mentioned in my video when I was talking about this team is the use of Never Melt Ice instead of Ice Gem. A lot of these solves are going to say something like no need Ice Punch, and that's just because it's telling you you don't need to spend the money on using your Ice Gem. But we're not using Ice Gem, which means that you should click Ice Punch into like Altaria. Even though by the sounds of it, you would click close combat. I'm guessing if you were using Ice Gem. I don't know exactly. That's just my guess. In case, you know, you see that. We're about to go next. For Alligator, just Trick. What the hell does this mean? Okay, let's... Oh, let me extend this window real quick. Looks like Ampharos did not want to go into Metagross or whatever this means, so thankfully it's all good. Run to Metagross, press send out direction Metagross, enter go walk, okay, yeah, okay. I don't really know what this means. If anyone knows, why don't you let us know? Alright, Wallace, the champion, after listening to his 10-second spiel, we get a Chesto Berry. You can just click Trick and then click on the summary to check the item. You don't need to wait for the text that will appear for like half a second. And we're still Scrafty Solveless, which is proving to be pretty good in terms of time. And chances are, if I wasn't recording this, I would be even faster, which this is my fastest run so far. So... Talk to your mom again. Oh, I'm so used to going to Sunny Shore for gym runs that I just autopilot a bit too hard there. It looks like I will not have enough time for Morimoto, but it's possible. It's still possible. Starting at 16:20. You know, sometimes I'm starting this at 12. Like 12 on the dot, so 16 is great. Goes into Gastrodon. So if Scald is locked, we would go into Poliwrath. But it is not. Remember the ice kill Kabutops? This is like a super funny animation right here. Just watching this go through. If you guys are still watching here, thank you for still watching this far into the video. Make sure to follow my socials up there. In the top right. I do plan on streaming sometime soon. Like I'm the type of person that's just gonna keep saying that and never gonna start, but I want to stream here and there. I want to start doing it consistently. I think I do find it a bit hard to think of ideas for videos, so let me know what you guys want to see. Make it a little bit easier for me to make videos. And if I start streaming, then I could like stream throughout the week and still get my weekly upload on the weekend. That's probably what I want to do, ideally, but we'll see. What I get leftover? 65. So it says, see Earthquake to Metagross of damage. You would go into your battle log here and look that Earthquake did 65% damage. So 64 to 75% we rock, and then switch to Cloyster. There is a setting for... I didn't mean to click that. Well, I did, obviously, because I clicked it, but... Okay. There's a setting. I hope I find it. I don't know exactly. It's somewhere. Damn. It's somewhere. It'll be like show damage percent. Show battle damage percents here in interface. You need to change it to always from PvP, I believe is the default. That's like a really beginner tip though. If you guys didn't have that on, I mean, I don't know how you made it this far, but not the point. Alright, I just saw my mic was muted. This is some bullshit. I did not mute my mic. Alright, I must have clicked something on my keyboard. I must have a hotkey. I don't know how long my shit was muted for. I'm gonna be pissed if it was longer than like 10 minutes. Cause this is a great run. Still no Scrafty solves. I think this is the second Poliwrath solve. We've gotten really lucky so far, I think. So, Poliwrath obviously has Water Absorb, so technically I think I should be 100% right now, or at least one heal, but he missed, so it will tell you if you should click Belly Drum again to to heal up, to like have another turn go to where they click the water move and you heal up. It will specify that. So if it doesn't specify that, you should just assume you're safe to continue without healing. We are at, I guess I'll wait till we actually get to the champion. Alright, we are entering the champion at 6:15. If we end up making it to Morimoto at like 4 minutes, we should be good. But the Pokemon I normally use for Morimoto, I don't know if I have. It might be on another account. It could affect it. It could affect it. That's not really the point of this video though, but I really hope I can hit this. Ah, we finally hit the Scrafty solve, and it was at the champion of the last region. At least you guys can see a Scrafty solve. As I was saying before, you need to sit through these long Dark Pulse animations, or Crunch, or Stone Edge, or something. And once you start killing the Pokemon, you need to sit through Moxie, need to sit through Drain Punch healing. So when you get a lot of these solves, it's not too fun. Into Bronzong, you are always going to close combat. Almost always, unless it says to like use Drain Punch to heal. It might say Drain Punch plus Beat Up, or Beat Up plus Drain Punch, something like that. Otherwise, you're just clicking close combat. It never says to click close combat, but you just gotta. Oh, did I just fuck up? Alright, we've got 3 Pokemon left. I don't know if I was beating Morimoto anyways, but that's really sad. Really sad. So, as you can see, usually you can just pull through with some revives or just attacking. I'm pretty sure Garchomp might be scarfed, so I'm gonna go into and use Icicle Spear, a Cloyster. It is. Unfortunately, I threw the run at the champion, which is crazy, clicking Drain Punch on a Nidoqueen. It happens. It's fine. With 2 minutes and 15 seconds left, I'm going to hit PI Carlos as the last part of this run. So yeah, I really hope my mic wasn't muted there for too long. I want to reiterate, let me know what other videos you guys want to see. My main, you know, sort of goal in my head is to try and upload any sort of video of any kind throughout the week, something like this. And then on the weekend, I want to be able to upload a good video. A good video, I mean, what do I really mean? Something that I need to do first to be able to make a video on. So if I'm testing a different strategy on something, I like to do that throughout the week and then finish the video on the weekend. Doesn't always turn out that way. This weekend, I don't know if I'll have an upload. If it's just going to be this, maybe I'll stream instead. But let me know what you guys want to see. We're finishing this run off 5v4 plus PI Carlos. I'm going to pull up this charm calculator. I'll just make it bigger. Move it. So 5 Elite 4 plus PI Carlos. We hit 550k in this hour. On a 100% charm, that's 570. On an amulet coin, 510. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope you guys learned maybe a bit better of how to run the Elite 4. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.